Today on Legion Cigar Reviews, the Drew Ambrosia Clove Spice. Is it any good? God, I hope so. So, this is the Drew Estates Ambrosia Clove Spice. This one is done in 5x54 torpedo style. So, I can't really find much information out about this thing. So, kind of flying blind on it here. So, initials. Ooh. Smells like a cinnamon stick at Christmas. And that's literally what I can think of as a cinnamon stick at Christmas. Oh, that smells delicious. Gonna try for a V cutter today. So, let's give it a good look here real quick. It's very good construction. There's a little bit at the foot, but that's not a big deal. Seems pretty solid. I don't see much veins or anything in it. Overall, it's a pretty decent looking cigar. It's got kind of a, I guess the word would be a Polynesian-esque look to it. But we'll see. Just give it a dry draw. Very cinnamony. God, that is cinnamony. It's like Christmas on a. It's Christmas. There's no way I can describe the flavor. However you think of Christmas, this is it. So let's go ahead and get it toasted and get it lit. I mean, if it smokes like the dry draw, I mean, I still have that flavor in my mouth from the dry draw. So, it is a Drew Estate, so definitely going to be one of the sweeter cigars that you're going to find. Some along the lines of like Isla del Sol or some of the Deadwood cigars. So, it's what I'm expecting out of it at least. So, out of the wrapper, again, it's a very cinnamony, very sweetish, Christmas. It's just in my mind, it's a Christmassy flavor. But it's very, very delicious. Smoke's very smooth. The smoke to me continues the cinnamony flavor, so it's on there about that. But man, that is a sweet cigar. I will say, unlike a lot of the sweet cigars, they normally kind of mask a lot of flavors. This one doesn't seem to be doing that. We're still really very, very early, but the smoke itself is complementing the cinnamon flavors. It's just adding a little bit more spice. And like I said, only thing I can think of is this just like Christmas. The cigar smoke itself doesn't smell like that, but it's a nice cool draw. I mean, great. I mean, damn near perfect draw on it. At least, he burns going even. So we're gonna go ahead and smoke into the first ash, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so here we are, right at about the first ash. It's burning pretty even. And I will say the overwhelming sweetness has dialed back a little bit, which is actually a good thing. It's allowing the other flavors. The cinnamon still the main star of the show, but there's still there's some. I want to say it's like kind of like a piney, you know, like when you like someone cuts down a pine tree or something like that, that piney smell, and you kind of get that taste in your mouth. It's kind of what I'm tasting along with the cinnamon. I mean, this whole cigar just reminds me of Christmas. It's amazing. If only it wasn't middle of summer, hot as hell out here. So, this is a cigar by Drew Estates. When it comes to Drew Estates, for me, I like a lot of the sweet cigars that Drew Estates makes. Acids, for me, their acids are hit or miss. Some of their acid cigars are delicious. Some of them I don't care so much for. But you know, and it depends on the, you know, if you want, for example, an overpowering, strong sweetness flavor, this one here is definitely where you go. If you're looking for something a little bit more mild on it, probably some of the Deadwoods. A couple of them I think are pretty strong too, but as far as sweetness, to me one of the best that's just a mild sweetness, to me a perfect amount of sweetness, is the Isla del Sols, which are all those are by Drew Estate. So you know, they know how to make their sweet cigars. But and this one in particular, I mean, there's some nuanced flavors in there I can't describe. I wish I could put those out there, but yeah. So it is very nice. It's not burning too bad. It's not too hot. You know, everything's still staying pretty solid. And again, it's still burning pretty even. It's a very nice cigar. You know, I'm actually kind of shocked that I can't find anything on the internet really about these. Like, I can find stuff about the clove tiki reviews. There's several different Ambrosia type. This one's the spice. There's clove tikis and some others that they have. I was really kind of surprised. I mean, I kind of get it. This is very much a love it or hate it cigar. I don't think you're gonna find very many people that are down the center of it. I mean, it's a strong sweet. But it smokes nice, and the smoke, there's just something in the way that it smells. I can't really explain it. It adds to the flavor, that aroma, I think. You know, imagine me out here in a camper hat, thick jacket, got the fire going, bundled up, and this cigar would be, you know, perfect for that time of year. You know, it's not bad here in the summer, but I'm just saying that's the flavors that are there. Don't know that I would pair this with a lot of alcohols because of how sweet it is. You know, but something like a coffee or maybe even a hot chocolate. if some of you happen to like sweet stuff with your drinks, then it's not as bad. But like I drink bourbons and whiskey sours. I just think this is just too sweet to go with. But let's get it smoked down a little bit more. It's not a very big cigar, so we're at about halfway already, but I'm going to smoke it down a little bit more and see what else comes out of her. So we're getting down here a little bit further. I wanted to come back and just tell you that the sweetness and the cinnamon is kind of giving way to the flavors in the smoke. And it's there's still a little bit of spice. It's not really cinnamon. It's more of a peppery taste inside the smoke. Is kind of what's coming through. But when it does that, like the flavor from the wrapper and everything, kind of reignites it. So you get this kind of a heat, like a spicy heat inside your mouth. It's really nice. And then the sweet, what little bit of sweet's left is still, it keeps it from becoming like like biting into a chili pepper or something like that. It doesn't get to that level. It's like eating the perfect salsa. That's not what it tastes like, but I'm talking about the heat level. It's that perfect level of heat where you just get that taste of spice. It's not overpowering. Yep, it's definitely what's there. So still burning pretty cool. Still burning even. So we'll smoke it on down to the end here and see if anything changes on it. Alright, so we're down to the end of the cigar here. And pretty much where we left off, that slight heat from the smoke and peppery mixing with the cinnamon and the sugar. It finishes real well. There's never turned any harshness or bitterness in the aftertaste or anything like that. It's a pretty decent cigar. So final thoughts on it. Scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna give it a 9. Honestly, it's a little bit strong in the sweetness. That's the biggest problem for me. But it's 9. It's a fun smoke. My recommendation: buy a box and hand them out around Christmas time. Smoke them around Christmas. That would definitely be the thing to do. Other than that, would I buy a box of these to keep in my humidor? No, but I'll have one or two. I'll keep one or two in my humidor to smoke on occasion. It's something when I want something decidedly different. This is what I would be looking for. So that's the Drew Estates Ambrosia Spice, Ambrosia Clove Spice. Thanks for watching, and again, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the Legion, and we'll see you on the next review.